Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm back with Somber here for Kansas versus Illinois. Kansas coming off, I believe, a loss just now. San Jose State. This is Illinois' first game of the new season. And Somber, I know we've watched a lot of games together the last couple of months, and if you're just not joining us, you missed an insane series earlier. Akron almost got stunned by Grand Canyon. They avoided the thriller in Game 5 and stay unbeaten at 1-0. Looking ahead to Drexel, the defending runner-ups from last season, a rematch. There, Somber, Kansas, Illinois. Early picks and predictions.
Right now, I feel like I want to go for Kansas just because of what that team has done in the past. But obviously, we're going to be seeing a bit of a different roster. We're going to see Alpaca, Swift, and a Jar here. No Spade, no Sauce for this roster. But Illinois, I haven't gotten a lot of tape on them, but Illinois is coming in as the number 20 team in the power rankings here for week 1, entering in from the preseason polls. So I feel like I'm going to have to give the milquetoast answer of I'm going to go with the ranked team. I'd say Kansas probably gets a game or two, but I'm going to go Illinois in 4.
I think, for me, I didn't rank Illinois. I'm not high on Illinois, and they have struggled in postseason play. They missed the conference tournament last year. Roster that, in my opinion, if they're going to get ranked, they have to prove themselves first. I don't think Illinois should have been ranked. But with that being said, I think I don't know what to expect from Kansas. I think I still like the odds of Illinois in this series, but again, if Kansas comes out, gun swinging like Grand Canyon with Akron, it could be another thrilling series. But knowing what I know, I'll take Illinois in 5.
Yeah, I think that Kansas can take a game or two. Them coming off of a loss. That may be a little bit on the mental, so that's why I'm saying it's probably 1. Typically, unless you have a real strong mental, you're able to bounce back quickly into the next series. You might be carrying a little bit of that, but knowing players like Swift and Jar, they're probably able to shake that off a little bit quicker than most. So we'll see here what they're able to do, as it looks like we're just waiting on Peaceful to go ahead and get in. And if players are ready, are we ready to kick off this second match?
Wait, no, I think Kansas is a guy using the restroom, so we're seconds away. We'll go down the field, everything ready. But game 1, Kansas, Illinois, Somber. This should be another exciting series. Hopefully, it's again both these new rosters, and Kansas returns this after a season hiatus. So glad to have the Jayhawks back.
Yeah, absolutely. Rock chalk. It looks like everyone is ready. So let's go ahead and get things started for this second matchup of the night between the Jayhawks and the Fighting Illini, and kick things off on what is going to be an absolutely heater slate throughout the entire night. We already saw some fantastic Rocket League. Go ahead and kick things off for even more.
Alpaca was a sub when Kansas won the national championship in Season 2 and then became a starter in the Season 3 tournament run where Kansas bowed out in top 8 to Purdue. So now they're trying to go beyond that measure, but an early goal for Osho gives the Illini the first one of the night, 11 seconds in.
This is going to be a goal that you can quickly shake off if you're Kansas, but kind of pat yourself on the back if you are Illinois. You're able to get a big dunk on the goal line. You're able to start off with a little bit of momentum, but 11 seconds in, still a lot of work to be done for both sides. We'll see if Illinois can go ahead and build on this early momentum that they've gained.
The left corner here, double attempt as well, gets it denied back towards the Illinois side, and Kansas no apply pressure early on the first 30 seconds, but again they are still trailing 1 as Illinois struck off the kickoff. Maybe a second one inbound here for Peaceful off a miss, and Alpaca will clean up, but a putback is denied. Jar to break up that shot.
We can already tell what type of time Kansas is on, as I don't know if you saw, but before this stint downfield, we had not one, but 2 Illini defenders having to get chased out of net, and this time Peaceful just caught out a little bit too awkward. Swift able to hit the e-brake and pop that one in and through. Kansas able to respond early, and we got another tie ball game.
1-1 in the first minute here of game number 1. Sovereign both teams. Again, Illinois did strike off the kickoff, and Kansas kind of bullied their way to that goal on the goal line. You said they chased 2 of those players out of the Illinois net, saw an open opportunity and took it out of harm's way for the Illinois defense, and it's 1-1, 1 minute down.
Kansas, hopefully they look to stay on the aggression, as that is going to be a defining factor between these two teams. You know, they may be a little bit more similar in roster comp and skill than you might think, despite, like you said, you felt like Illinois maybe didn't deserve to be ranked, but the fact of the matter is they are the number 20 team. But Kansas, again, they got a storied past here in CCS, and all three players on the pitch can play at the highest level here in the competition for season 5. So if they're able to keep up that aggression and really, you know, enforce their game plan onto Illinois and make them kind of step up to their game, it's going to be a long night for the Illini.
That it is, and 2 minutes now almost have elapsed during game one. Both teams still neck and neck at one apiece. Maybe a chance for Illinois. Peaceful will score his first goal of the season. 3:06 to go. The Illini back in front.
Peaceful making their return here for CCS and doing what they did throughout the last season for Illinois, and that is spearheading their offense. That time just an easy tap in goal off the dish out of the corner. But Peaceful, I'm going to look to them to be the offensive initiator for this Illinois squad. If Peaceful is feeling good, this team is feeling good. Bar down and knocked through by Prism. Peaceful to set up, Prism to knock down, and Illini get rolling with a 3-1 scoreline.
Illinois back on top by 2. And the last season, I mean, they missed the conference tournament. They were nowhere close to qualifying for the championships. And you know, this season, one of those rosters, especially with Peaceful playing, we'd expect to see in postseason play. But they have not been able to get there at all in the past, and maybe this season's finally that opportunity for Illinois. And Kansas, a snapshot from Swift. Doesn't fall on target. Jar, the rebound also doesn't go. There's the putback for Alpaca, 3-2.
Absolutely insane initial save. Coming out that shot from Jar. Peaceful just floating right place, right time. And Osho trying to put that one in the corner, but did not maybe realize that they had a striker right there on their tail. Nice, another tap-in goal here for the Jayhawks. So they find themselves now only down 1 heading into the latter half of this opening game between these two squads. Swift on a pre-jump. Going to be a pop over by Peaceful. Peaceful looking for the dunk against Jar, but played well and played out to the corner. Osho trying to find a 50 there, but Alpaca going to find a clean beat, and Swift quick to the ball. Peaceful to take over. Had a chance at some possession, but Jar going to be quick to the ball off the heavy-handed touch out of the corner and knock that one through. Kansas, that is quite a way to equalize and respond.
2:18, the bully ball comes through again for Kansas at Demos. Just under half the game to go. Kansas right back in after a 2-0 run, and Tumber equalized again at 3 apiece.
So far, both of these opening matchups have just been kind of slugfest, back and forth gameplay from all the teams that we've seen, and it's carrying over into this second series. Again, these non-conference games, they're picked for a reason. These are teams that should be on equal playing fields and possible, you know, playoff matchups that we see down the line. We saw, like you said, season 4, week 1, Akron Gold versus Drexel, and that was our grand finals match in the championship. So maybe some potential playoff meetings here. We get to see what these teams are made of, as that ball just going to find its way just into the post and out off the attack by Illinois. But like you said, that this is maybe an Illinois squad that has underperformed in the playoffs and maybe not met the likings that you would like to see out of a roster like this. But this is quite the way to start your season off, as you're playing under the bright lights of the main broadcast. You got all these eyes on you. You have the expectations of your number 20, and you need to prove why you got that spot. And right now, Kansas is kind of putting a little bit of a spoil to that.
1 minute to go and some change in game 1. Increased lead on the line here for what might be the next goal and the last goal for game number 1 in Illinois. I mean, I feel like they're the favorites to win this, but Kansas have fought back after a 3-1 deficit based on earlier in game 1. But Illinois' offense, I mean, I feel like they responded quite well, and you rely a lot on Peaceful if you're Illinois, but he needs help from Osho and the other teammate here for Illinois is, I can't remember who it is. Honestly, he's on the field, but 40 seconds left. Peaceful can't do it all.
Absolutely, and we've seen Prism be there, and same with Osho on the defensive back line. But it's where we see on offense again. I want to see Peaceful be the offensive initiator. I want to see them making the plays that sets up their teammates. And right now, we're just not seeing that dimension to this Illinois offense. But can definitely see it as the series heats up and as teams kind of warm back up. We saw GCU in game one look like it may have just been cooked from there, but then they are able to load things back in and find their way through the series as that one rattles off the post. Alpaca just gonna play this one to their corner, and we see overtime for the third time tonight.
Game one has some extra time added on at the end. Kansas will start out with the ball. Flip reset, goes under. Takes the opportunity there for Alpaca, goes high. And Illinois will hold off for now defensively.
Jar with a flip reset out of the corner. It's going to be Alpaca to take over. Jar was looking for a bump, but Osho found shelter on the top of their net. And this is going to be a long booming clear downfield. Alpaca to receive there on the backboard. Osho puts that one mid, but no teammate available. Jar with a dribble play, had the flick, but Prism reads it early and able to take away possession there. Swift looking for one more touch off the sidewall. Jar to quickly turn around and play with a little bit of space here. 2 resets, but it is not able to find the shot and able to pinch it going the wrong way.
Pass across the Prism, broken up by Swift. A beautiful save there for Kansas to remain unscathed. Still 3 all 1 minute into this thing in game one overtime in summer. And over 6 minutes in this series. What are you seeing early that you like out of both squads?
I really like that Kansas is keeping up with their aggression. We saw it, in the opening minute of this game that they're looking to chase people out of their own net. They're getting demos at the midfield. They're doing all the nitty-gritty plays right and able to keep Illinois on their toes. But in the same breath, I like Illinois' defense. Despite them having given up 2 straight goals to force this overtime, it has looked good for a majority of the game. Just got caught slipping out a little bit towards the end of it, but again, still plenty of time in the series to get that lock back in and maybe find a more of an identity on offense. Like you said, Peaceful can't do everything, but you are going to look to him to get things started at the least and open things up and open the playbook up for your teammates.
1:48 to go. Kansas quick 2-on-1. Alpaca couldn't force that one through. Almost now 2 minutes have elapsed of overtime so far, still going 7 minutes strong, with now a single goal since at least the first half of this.
Yeah, it has been quite the scoring drought, and both these teams just kind of playing back and forth at the midfield. Jar is not the best touch, but able to backflip, put that one to the ceiling, but Jar tried their best to play defense on low boost and ends up handing a goal to Osho to knock this one through. Peaceful chasing them through to the ceiling, forces the squishy, but could not make the reach. It's going to be Illinois coming out on top in game number 1.
Just, again, essentially own goal. He got caught in such a horrible situation and had no boost to really get himself out of, and did get a backflip touch up to the backboard, was immediately punched down by the Illinois offense and get a 4-3 victory in overtime after 2.5 minutes. Going on to game 2 now, Kansas needs to win to avoid a reverse sweep attempt.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're talking about things that we liked. One thing that I would like to see is Illinois being a little bit more efficient. I mean, you have 17 shots to your name, but only 4 goals to show for it. You like to see the pressure. You like to see the offense and the quick shots coming through, but maybe a little bit more efficiency on those, finding the back of the net and being able to get out to a little bit more of a comfortable lead. 2-goal leads are not safe in Rocket League. You need that third goal, that 4th goal to really get the job done nowadays, especially with how high powered some of these collegiate offenses are.
Game 2 underway. Illinois, 1 team lead in the series. Maybe a breakaway clear there for Osho. Swift left alone. Will avoid pressure for now. Illinois will retreat here, Somber. So for me in game 2, I'm looking for Kansas to obviously adjust offensive. Defense, you can't give up 4 goals and expect to win games. So that's something that we're going to have to get better at it defensively. Fix those mistakes, and a huge save for Swift will keep Illinois off the boards early again.
And a nice play from Alpaca to come sweeping along through and jump that one cleanly past any type of rebound opportunity. Swift with a soft touch into the corner, beat by Osho. Peaceful tried to change up the pace and bait out a bad 50, but ends up clearing this one over to the opposite side of the blue pitch. But Osho now looking to keep things central, but it's going to be a heavy-handed pop all the way into the opposite corner by Peaceful. Back over to Osho. Osho going the wrong way, but a 50 with Alpaca can keep this one in the blue corner. Prism now to put it to the backboard. Had Peaceful down below, but no boost, and a bump does come through. Osho last man at the midfield stripe. They want to make a play there to keep it alive in the blue half, and pressure starting to build here early game for Illinois.
40 to go. Osho over the top, has help for Peaceful. The dunk is good. 1-0. 121 gone. Illinois on the board first.
And man, how demoralizing is it now that you have Hatsune Miku just Fortnite dancing on you after you get a goal scored right on your head? But that was a beautiful play by Illinois. Again, we talked about Peaceful can't do it all. You get a nice setup from your teammate and you rely on your shooter to make those shots, and Peaceful makes good on their end of the bargain and are able to put Illinois up by one early.
Have to go here for the Illini to continue to hold on to their comfortable lead of 1. As mentioned earlier, 1-goal leads and 2-goal leads are not safe here in CCS, and we've seen countless 1- and 2-goal leads come and go real quickly at the expense of a run. But 2 minutes down here, a great start to game 2 for Illinois.
Absolutely, as it's going to be Swift beat out by Prism. This one might waterfall down. Alpaca can't make contact with it. Osho and Peaceful both up. Gonna leave Prism down below. The shot is wide, and Illinois had a wonderful long-standing opportunity but could not make good on it. But they do continue their offensive push. Osho just going to turn back around, grab that boost so Jar cannot grab it, but they do return the favor with a boost grab in the corner. It's going to be Swift now. First a challenge against Osho. Peaceful to snipe a shot, and Jar caught out in no man's land. Didn't expect that one to get tucked under the crossbar. Second goal for Peaceful and second goal for the Illini.
Players make big shots. Peaceful coming up clutch again for Illinois. Make it 2-0, 2:39 to go. Peaceful holding his own so far here in season 5.
Yeah, again, Peaceful, just that dude. I feel like it's very similar to another team that we may see up here on the slate for tonight in Michigan State. Everyone looks to Op-Bomb as that guy, but Morveau and Knock can pop off at any given time. So now we see with this Illinois roster, if Osho and Prism are able to step up to that task, we're seeing Peaceful get the job done. Osho and Prism just need to be that supporting cast and maybe have opportunities open up for them later in this game and heading into game number 3, as it's going to be a tough task now. Under 2 minutes to go for the Jayhawks to try to regain.
And it really feels like Swift is kind of the guy you're going to want for Kansas. If you put the rock in someone's hands, it feels like it should go to Swift right now, but again, it's still minute 45 to play here for Illinois and Kansas to decide a winner in game 2. But KU needs 2 scores in 100 seconds, and the pressure that Illinois continues to build, I don't see opportunities come like that for the Kansas offense. Make it 3 now, really 3 goals. It's even tougher than 2. This Illinois defense has been lights out.
Yeah, and again, Osho stepping up and making these plays that may otherwise go unnoticed. They're able to just play that so slow and make it seem like, yeah, I have no options available to me. Jar comes in for the challenge. Osho goes for that reset, able to pop it mid and just let your teammate down below go to work. And in that play, not only did you come out of it with a 3rd goal, but you were able to drain precious seconds off the clock and force Kansas to kind of play their time away by playing defense. It's a nice touch from Jar, but going to find itself right back into the corner. Alpaca to follow. It's now going to be a little bit of a slowdown play here. Peaceful, not able to win out that 50. Jar late to it. Prism downfield to feet Peaceful. Peaceful to the backboard, trying to line up a double, and they are able to get the touch. Almost jukes out Osho. They are able to find the ball back to the backboard, but no shot available as a demo at the midfield. Going to stall out that offense for Illinois.
Kansas got to be gold here. That's an open break downfield. Illinois almost able to turn their 4th one home. For the Fighting Illini of Illinois, and 40 seconds left. That will do it. Another one goes through for Osho. That's the dagger for game 2.
Yeah, 40 seconds and down for This feels very reminiscent of that game number 3 that we saw in our opening series. It's just Illinois comes in, they assert their dominance. They say, yeah, we're locked, we're ready. That game 1 was a little bit too close for comfort, but now we are back in the driver's seat. And much like we would have anticipated going into the series, Illinois just doing their thing, going out there and playing ball, finding a huge lead here. Now under 30 seconds to go, Kansas gonna try to make 1 or 2 more pushes to find some kind of solace and momentum coming out of this loss, and they are going to need a absolutely Herculean effort to get themselves back in this series.
In seconds, go here in game number 2, and Illinois going to be 2-0 up over Kansas, almost a 5th one there for Peaceful. But Jar will hold that one off for now, and the clock will tick down to triple zeros. Peaceful wants one last attempt here for the Illinois offense, and Jar ain't going to give them to it.
Yeah, Jar just wants that game to be over. Go ahead, hit the physical reset, put the controller down, get the mind clear heading into game number 3. And while this is non-conference, this is still the start to your season. You do not want to hand off another loss to start things off, especially with your return. You want to come back and show that this program is still near at the top and can compete. But rough showing in game number 2, going to take a lot to come back here.
Kansas just got done playing San Jose State, and I believe they dropped that. I am not entirely sure the score because they did not report. So I don't know the final score, but I know Kansas lost the last game, so they had to have lost. So again, you don't want to start your season 0-2 with 2 quality opponents being in Illinois and San Jose State. Should maybe teams hopefully this spring, but for Kansas, opportunities are going to be available in Big 12 play, but and you want to capitalize on any situation you can, but right now Kansas has to find a way to turn some things around.
Yeah, and it looks like Kansas is going to take the full lobby timer to talk things over. Maybe have a coach in their ear telling them, you know, it's fine, 4-0. It could be worse. It could have been 10-0. So let's go ahead and just lock back in for game 3 and start this reverse sweep. You would not be the first team to initiate that here tonight or even this week. So why not you? Let's go ahead, get back to our basics, get back to our game plan, and lock in for this game 3 and make a series out of this.
Game 3, Kansas need a reverse sweep. Grand Canyon got to game 5. Can the Jayhawks get to similar territory? Swift over the middle. Flip reset goes under. The shot is going to be no good. Peaceful. An early save for the Island Eye defense.
There's going to be another shot coming through. Jar this time just a bit too high. Alpaca with a pop. Keeping it central for Swift, but Prism quick to the challenge and able to save that one away. Jar on low boost. Keeps the pressure going. Alpaca beat out by Osho on that one. It's going to be a inadvertent pass right over to Swift, but Prism there to save. Peaceful, plenty of boost in the tank rather to get that one over to their teammate. Peaceful now with a long 50-50 across the pitch. Alpaca trying to get a pop past Osho, but denied that attempt. We're spending almost the entire full minute here in the orange half, but finally Illinois able to find some breathing room.
8 to play. Jar to Alpaca off target, won't fall either way for the Jayhawk offense. Swift also broken up there. Peaceful and Osho 2-on-1 the other way, has help with him. Peaceful off the rebound, couldn't get it to fall, and Kansas will hold the line still tied at 0.
Could have been a dangerous opportunity there, but wanted to have the dribble play from Swift. Jar was downfield head hunting, could not find the aggression play on that counter, and it's going to be Illinois to take over and try to find some offense here. Demo at the midfield, going to leave this one free and clear, but Prism returns fire, able to delete member off the Kansas City defense. It's going to be Osho losing out that 50, but it's going to be Prism right there to collect. Alpaca changing the tempo up, trying to get this one out to the midfield. Everyone stacked up for Illinois on that right-hand side wall. Osho able to go back and grab some boost and a Cuxer pinch. Going to give them some room to work with, but Jar is right there to track that ball down. Good 50-50 there, and a snipe shot. Alpaca careening save off the post to get that one away.
6 to go. Game number 3, Kansas must win. Keep this series going for 5 minutes longer as Osho finds a fast break. 1-0 Illinois.
And that's what you love to see. Again, like I said, the focus is on Peaceful. You think that you're out of trouble, but no, Osho with the recovery after that initial touch to carry that one through. And this is a Illinois team that is showing that they can be a triple-headed monster. You shut one down, the other two are still snapping at you. As it's now Kansas to respond off the kickoff. Demo in the corner, can open things up for a moment. Osho to take over possession. They eat through one bump, looking for one of their own, but Jar just stays patient, able to grab the catch there. Alpaca, heavy-handed touch to the backboard. It's going to be pinched out. Osho to pop over Swift, and they have a breakaway here. 1v1 against Alpaca, but not enough boost in the tank to make that play.
Have to go. Alpaca flip reset, finds Swift in midfield. A flopped attempt there, halftime. Now behind us, Illinois might have numbers the other way here, and that they will not, as it's a 2-on-2 the other way, and a quick break up there for Osho. And Kansas transition attack there on target. We'll go for Jar.
Absolute snipe from Jar to get them back on the board after an entire game of being shut out, and over half of this game being scoreless. You finally break the drought, tie yourself back up, get yourself back in this game and back in this series. Kansas need to build on this momentum that they have gained for themselves, but you know, that may be a cast or curse, as last time I talked about a goal to equalize being a momentum starter, it ended up being a goal going against, and it looks like it's going to be the case here. I spoke it into existence, and it's the Illini responding with their second goal of the day.
Big time plays. 2 minutes to go, 2-1. It's Illinois, a 1-goal lead. 120 seconds to go, and Illinois cruising to a 3-0 sweep with Kansas behind Peaceful. Is incredible performance all night long.
Yeah, and I may have been leaking the script out a little bit on my main broadcast, so that's my bad, guys. But no, it really is just Peaceful making those plays. They do it time and time again, and it's just what we've come to expect out of that player. And I love to see how Prism and Osho have stepped up throughout this series. They're making the plays. They may not be scoring all the goals, but they are getting their head in there, getting their nose in there, and doing some of the dirty work and making sure that this is a cohesive unit. Right now, we might see a team play unfold. Peaceful on the pre-jump. Gonna get goal number 3 on the board for Illinois. And let's take another look at this play.
No show to the backboard. Peaceful pre-jumping from midfield. Gets the drop down. The dunk is good. 129. It's a 2-goal lead for Illinois. And they were doing that with a 1-goal advantage. And they made that one count.
Really did make good on every opportunity they've had so far. Seems like whenever the net is slightly open and they are in a position to attack, they make good on that bargain. They say, you give us an inch, we'll take a mile. Put a goal in the back of your net. Here, a little bit of scrambled defense as everyone low boost and a little bit awkward. Prism able to grab some small pads and wrap back around the corner to grab that. Osho has to dive for that save. Peaceful able to grab that corner, a bit out of position, but able to regain. Demoed off the play. Jar has a tap in, but sails it high and puts a little bit less speed than you would like to have on that ball. And Kansas come up with an empty possession.
Can't have that if you're Kansas. And guard has to score that every day of the week, and unfortunately, that could be the difference if Kansas will strike one last time here in regulation. Maybe they can score, leave time in the clock for one or more if they can hold off Illinois' offense right here. But 30 seconds is not a lot of time. They got to get down the field and strike.
Yeah, right now Illinois looking to put up goal number 4 and really seal the deal here. Osho low boost, but able to take it away from Alpaca. Peaceful to shoot, Peaceful to score, and that may just be the dagger here in game number 3.
A hat trick for Peaceful, goes 3 of 6 in the game 3 to lock up the sweep. 19 seconds in Illinois could have this series all but won.
Yeah, 19 seconds and a kickoff. Not going to do much for you here unless you're able to draw something up. You are able to get a favorable kickoff. Prism, but was quick to the pre-flip and keep this one on the blue half. Jar with a flip reset, but flips past the ball. Alpaca wanted to shoot, but denied by Osho. Prism. Now all Illinois has to do is watch out the clock. Swift maybe looking for one for the road. Osho to deny. Alpaca want to keep that one up, but Illinois are going to be your victors via a sweep here in their first showing.
What a showing for Illinois here to kick off things in Season 5 of the Collegiate Conference in Illinois. Huge win early on in the year, and Kansas will fall to 0-2 in the season after it dropped to San State. Now we sweep to Illinois. Now, coming up next after break, somber, number 2 Michigan State takes on number 9 Iowa State, and that's a big time of game coming your way in about 20 minutes. We're gonna go to break. When we come back, Iowa State takes on Michigan State.